Hello everybody, Becca Switzer here with Roof Sales Mastery. I wanted to mix it up here and spin around in my chair and land perfectly in front of the screen and start to mix things up, but I think I'd probably run over my dog if I did that, and he probably wouldn't like that very much. But I wanted to take a few minutes here today to talk to you guys about objections, okay? We're in sales. Sales is basically overcoming a string of objections to get to a sale. And you need to expect to run into them because nobody says yes right away, okay? Nobody ever says yes right away. It's a normal thing to do, and usually it's because they have a string of concerns or fears, or they don't have enough information to say yes yet. So I wanted to talk a little bit about just some philosophies behind handling objections in general. And the first thing is really, an objection is not really a no. An objection is actually a request for more information. And here's what I mean by that. When somebody says no to something, they're saying no based on the information that they have at this time. Here's what I mean. You knock on somebody's door, let's just say, and you're like, hey, blah, 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 your door pitch. You're asking them if they want a free inspection. And they say, no, we're good. We don't have any damage, actually. Do you think that this homeowner is just blatantly lying to you? Because they're not, but to their knowledge, they don't have damage. A homeowner isn't trained about hail damage, so what do they know at this point? They can look out the window and go, I think if I had damage, my roof would have missing shingles. So we don't have missing shingles, and we don't have leaks, so we're good, but thank you. So they're not lying to you, they're just giving you an objection, which is their truth at this time. They believe that they don't have any damage, and so they need more information to make an informed decision. Because at that point, with the information that they have, which is limited, can they really make an informed decision about having you go up and look at the roof? No, because they don't know any better. And so what you want to do is, when you're handling an objection, first and foremost, you need to agree with them, okay? I think one of the biggest mistakes that salesmen make in this business, and in any business really, when handling objections, is they get hit with an objection, and the first thing that they do is they stop. So this is the only visual that I continue to use, and hopefully it makes sense to you. It makes sense to me. But let's say that you're going along in your sales presentation, okay? And a homeowner comes and they have an objection, okay? And they ask a question, and they stop you in your sales presentation or your door approach or whatever because they're saying no or no thanks or whatever the objection is. Well, if you say, yeah, but, or you go, no, Mrs. Jones, if you invalidate the concern that they have or the fear that they have, you're stopping the flow and the progression of your closing process, okay? So when somebody has an objection and you're like, no, or yeah, but, or no, Mrs. Jones, that's not anything you need to worry about, you're stopping the progress that you're making with them. You're stopping the conversation. Because what is sales really? It's good communication. So you need to continue to lead this customer through this closing process to get them to a point where they can make an informed decision based on the information that you're going to give them, based on educating them on the process. So what do I mean by this? When somebody has an objection and stops you, what do you want to do? The first thing you need to do is go, absolutely. I completely understand, Mrs. Jones. In fact, a lot of people have felt that same way, but what they found was, whatever the objection is, you handle it with, bringing them through feel, felt, found method. It was better safe than sorry to go ahead and have it checked out anyway, just in case, because worst case scenario, you don't have any damage and at least you have peace of mind. Best case scenario, we find out that you do have damage and you don't let it go for a couple years and then end up with big leaks in your house or whatever the case may be. Okay, that's just a random door knocking approach objection that you might handle. But what you want to do is just make them comfortable, validate their concern. They don't want to be felt like they're dumb or that you're arguing with them or you're confronting them or anything like that. You need to say, absolutely, I completely understand. As a matter of fact, other people felt the same way. What they found was educate them, give them the information that they need to make an informed decision. So what do you think? Should I stop by at 4 or 6:30 on Wednesday, and check that roof out for you? So those are just a couple little nuggets about handling objections in general. Just make sure that what you're doing is you're agreeing with your homeowners, making them feel good, making them feel like it's a valid concern, and then giving them the information that they need to make a better, more informed decision. for whatever it is that you're asking them to do, whether it's do an inspection or sign a deal or whatever the case may be. So I will talk to you guys later, and hope that that was helpful.